Good afternoon and welcome to NewsDive. It's Sunday, August 17th, 2025, and the time is 2 p.m. Here are today's top stories from Sri Lanka and around the world. At Bandaranaike International Airport, severe congestion continues to trouble passengers. Long queues at check-in and immigration counters have caused flight delays and missed connections, prompting calls for automation and improved staff efficiency. Postal Department employees have launched an indefinite strike starting today, August 17th. A leave for postal workers has been cancelled, and overtime work has been halted amid disputes over benefits. Train services along the coastal line were disrupted following the derailment of the Galu Kumari Express near Ginthoda Station on August 16th. Restoration efforts are underway, with limited services resumed on one track. Passengers are advised to use alternate transport between affected stations. On the economic front, Sri Lanka's central bank projects a 4.5% GDP growth for 2025, with deflation expected to end by the third quarter. The services sector showed strong expansion in July, driven by wholesale and retail trade, finance, and transportation. The Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index rose to 62.2, boosted by food, beverages, textiles, and apparel production. The government has committed to expanding export opportunities in the gem and jewelry sector. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya emphasized stable policies to boost Sri Lanka's international market share. The Sri Lanka Gem and Jewellery Association has welcomed reforms aimed at enhancing trade competitiveness. In Colombo, the U.S. Navy ship USS Santa Barbara arrived as part of increased naval visits amid growing regional strategic interests. Deputy Minister of Defense Major General, retired Aruna Jayasekaran, paid a visit to the ship. Turning to politics, a no-confidence motion against Deputy Minister of Defense Aruna Jayasekaran has been handed over. Though parliamentary tradition blocks immediate action, both government and opposition are preparing for the upcoming debate. The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights has stated that Sri Lanka is unlikely to ratify the Rome Statute amid ongoing human rights concerns. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress has expressed political solidarity by supporting the ITAK hurdle in the north and east. Internationally, the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska concluded without a ceasefire deal for Ukraine. Former President Trump prioritized a permanent peace agreement over a temporary ceasefire. Ukrainian President Zelensky is expected to visit Washington following the summit. The United States has also halted visitor visas for medical trips from Gaza, impacting humanitarian travel. In Canada, over 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants have gone on strike, disrupting flights and affecting approximately 130,000 passengers daily. The Canadian government has ordered binding arbitration to end the strike. Severe flash floods in India and Pakistan have claimed over 280 lives, displacing thousands. Meanwhile, China hosted the world's first humanoid robot games, with over 500 robots competing in sports and various tasks, showcasing advances in artificial intelligence and robotics. Back home, the Sri Lanka stock market hit new highs, with the all-share price index surpassing 20,000 points, driven by gains in banking and finance sectors. Amana Bank reported strong first-half results for 2025, with profit before tax up 14% and profit after tax up 18%. The bank was also recognized as the most impactful ICD investee company of the year. The U.S. envoy has urged Sri Lanka to reduce non-tariff barriers to improve trade facilitation and the business environment. Sri Lanka Customs has launched a new documentation system to boost transparency and reduce delays in import and export processes. In retail news, Chinese fast fashion giant Shein reported a one-third increase in UK sales in 2024, with profits rising 57% despite inflation concerns. Volkswagen has introduced a subscription model in the UK for electric car power upgrades, allowing customers to pay monthly or lifetime fees to unlock full engine power. In sports, Australia's Glenn Maxwell led his team to a T20 International Series win over South Africa, scoring his first T20 I-50 in a year during the thrilling series decider. Sri Lanka Cricket unveiled new retro-themed national team jerseys designed by Moose Clothing Company for all formats. The Sri Lanka T20 League final saw the Greens, captained by Kamindu Mendes, claim the title with a 23-run victory over the Greys at the SSC ground. Sri Lanka has risen to fourth place in the ICC men's ODI rankings. The lineup for the 2026 Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup is locked, with Sri Lanka qualifying automatically. However, domestic player Celia Saman has been banned for 5 years. Weather forecasts indicate showers in the western, northwestern, and Sabaragamuwa provinces, as well as in Kandy, Nuwara Eliya, Gale, and Matara districts. Strong winds of 40 to 50 kilometers per hour are expected over the western slopes of the Central Hills and several provinces, while mainly fair weather is expected elsewhere. In legal and crime news, Sri Lankan authorities, along with 2 Malaysians, have arrested suspects in a heroin bust, dismantling a heroin processing lab. An airport security guard with suspected underworld links was arrested with a weapons cache. A personal dispute led to a fatal stabbing in Divulapedia, resulting in 1 death and injuries to the victim's wife. Health concerns are rising over increasing rates of dental decay. The Fisherman's Pension Scheme is set to be reintroduced next month, offering compensation of 1.2 million rupees for sudden death with an annual premium of 2,000 rupees. Police report 257 drowning deaths in Sri Lanka so far this year, including 220 men and 37 women, with 102 tourists rescued. The Catholic Church, led by Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith, has voiced strong concerns over coordinated efforts promoting homosexuality in the country. In entertainment, MasterChef Sri Lanka, featuring chef Peter Karuvita, is set to take the global culinary stage. Fans were surprised by Chris Martin's impromptu pub gig in West Yorkshire. Actresses Anna Faris and Regina Hall are returning for a new installment of the Scary Movie franchise. Sadly, Tristan Rogers, known for his role on General Hospital, passed away at the age of 79. Looking ahead, the Sri Lanka Athletics Association election will take place tomorrow, August 18th, with 3 candidates vying for the presidency. On August 20th, the Asian Geopolitics, Sustainability and Peace Council, or AGSPEC, will be launched. That wraps up your NewsDive update for this Sunday afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.